formerly with the Philadelphia Daily News, now with Sports Illustrated. And Jay, we don't get as much of an opportunity to see you, but I'm interested in your thoughts here tonight on the hockey game.
Well, there's some chopping on both sides out there. I think at any point, at some point of a series, either in the first, second, or third games, teams will try to what they can get away with, and the other team will have the point of trying to stand up to it. And they settle down.
Speaking of getting away with things and the chopping, I want to get you to look at a replay here of what went on in the first period. Dino Ciccarelli with a couple of goals, and here's something that wasn't. You talked a little bit earlier about the John Morris 5-minute major in game misconduct. Watch this.
Well, almost everything. Yeah, we just saw this before as we were getting ready for this. Just about everything else was called. Yeah, he got him. Just about everything else was called. Yeah, he got him pretty good there. It certainly should have been a penalty. McLean got Ciccarelli going to the net there.
This reminds us of the series between these two teams 2 years ago, and I think we can expect to see much more of this throughout the series, don't you?
I think it'll settle down. I think they test each other at some point, and he's calling just about everything. He missed that one, but I think he just called just about everything else, at least that I've seen. And so I think it'll settle down.
Jay, what are your thoughts on this Washington Capitals hockey team? A team that this season may be disappointed during the regular season, but might be a team to surprise in the playoffs?
I've kind of had that feeling. I don't know. I guess because I'm a great fan of irony. That I mean, they don't quite have the team they've had in other years when they were expected to do better in the playoffs. And I just have a funny feeling that at some point they're going to get a break and finally get the goals at the right time and maybe finally get out of the division. I don't really think there's an overwhelming team in the division, and I would give them as good a shot as the the Rangers or the Devils.
How about the New York Rangers-Islanders series?
I like the Rangers, but it wouldn't shock me if the Islanders beat them. Coming in, the only series that I said would really surprise me would be the Devils. It would be the Kings beating
Calgary Flames.
Calgary, and look what happened last night. I mean, I'm not necessarily sure that Los Angeles is going to go on and win the series, but I thought that was the only one where I thought might be a mismatch because you don't have Gretzky in because of the Kings' problems in goal.
All right, Jay, nice to see you. Hope we see you again in the Stanley Cup playoff.
Thank you.
Jay Greenberg of Sports Illustrated, and for being our guest, will receive a $50 certificate courtesy of Showcase Stores.
Seconds later, here he comes up with another one.
Well, he comes busting down the right wing side, and Sean Burke again didn't really look set, really ready for this shot. But right after Dino Ciccarelli scored this goal, Dale Hunter tested Burke on a power play, and Burke came up with a spectacular stop, and for the rest of the period, he was sensational, including a number of dynamite saves, while the Capitals were scrambling at the end of the period with that 5-on-3 advantage. So certainly Sean Burke did not look ready to go in the first 2 minutes, but the other 18 minutes, he was sensational.
Let's take a look right now at our Volkswagen statistics for our first period and show you the numbers after the first period of play. The shots on goal, they've changed now to 10 for Washington and 7 for New Jersey with the score 2-1. Each team 0 for 2 on the power play. Still 2 minutes and 9 seconds left on the major penalty to John Morris that'll be served once we start period 2. And 17 minutes in penalties for Washington, 32 for the New Jersey. Madison Square Garden, it's Fitzpatrick against Richter in the nets, and a 1-0 lead for the New York Rangers on Bernie Nichols, for Bernie Nichols scoring the goal for New York. 1-0, they're now in the second period of that game. In the first period at Boston, the Hartford Whalers have taken a 1-0 lead on a goal by Todd Krieger. It's Peter Sidorkiewicz in goal against Reggie Lemlin for the Boston Bruins.
Art by Amtrak's Atlantic City Express. It's how the good times roll. Giant Food. We care about quality and value. We care about you. Trustworthy hardware. The problem solvers. And by your Toyota dealers and their quality line of cars and trucks. Toyota. I love what you do for me.
Well, we're back here at the Meadowlands once again in New Jersey. It's a 2-1 Washington Capital lead with 2:09 remaining on the power play. Al Koken, the Caps will have a chance to add to their lead, but they're going to have to do it, apparently, without Mike Ridley.
Well, at least so far, Mike, he is not out on the ice. We're trying to get word about the medical condition of Mike Ridley, and it seems every year, I mean, it's just something when the Capitals hit the playoffs. It's just an unbelievable situation where the Caps either through injuries or last year with the the death of Ben Gustafson's father?
Well, they're going to have to hope that they get over this, losing Ridley. We don't know how serious it is. As we mentioned, he has just not returned for this period. Trainers Stan Wong and Doug Shearer have come back to the bench without Mike Ridley. And the Caps still have 2 periods to go here. Try and beat these Devils. Now they have the power play, and Scott Stevens' slap shot is stopped by Burke. A rebound, cleared back to the point. Kevin Hatcher a drive. That's knocked down and played out of the zone to center ice.
Well, Sean Burke has looked terrific as of late on these second chances. The Capitals had a couple whacks at rebounds before the period was out. Here they had another, and Burke was standing strong.
A minute 30 of unlimited power play time. The puck goes to the corner, and Kasatonov tries to work it free. Ciccarelli puts it right in front for Courtnall, and it's bounced out of the zone.
Well, you think of John McLean basically as a goal scorer. What a great defensive job he just did, tying up Jeff Courtnall in front.
Bob Joyce into the corner. Run against the boards. Courtnall brings it back to the point man, Johansson. Now again to Jeff Courtnall. Courtnall winds, fires it, hit the side of the net. Poked up the boards, but Courtnall keeps it in. Back to Ciccarelli. Along to Jeff Courtnall. Loses control and has to chase it to center. And again, the Devils have cleared it out. Mike Liut to play it behind the goal to Johansson. Now up the boards for Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher tries to get loose. He had 3 shots on goal during the first period. Courtnall and Ciccarelli each had 2. And Dino with 2 goals. Bob Joyce. Into the corner now for Tucker. 25 seconds left on the power play of the major penalty. And now a pass from Courtnall back to the point, gets away. Here's a 2-on-1 Devils rush. Conacher going in wide, tries to pass it, but Johansson gets a skate on it. Now the Capitals come back 3-on-2. Courtnall across the line, goes into the corner, and a pass is stolen by Velishek and brought ahead to center ice. Conacher throws it all the way down. That ends the power play for Washington, and the Devils are back at full strength. Penalty boxes are empty for the first time since very early on in this game. Here's an offside call to stop play with 17:44 remaining in period 2.
Well, the Devils certainly get a huge lift off that penalty kill, but a little lift for the Capitals right now. Looking at the bench, Mike Ridley has returned for Terry Murray's Capitals team. But Washington unable to get anything going on that power play despite some chances. Good work from Sean Burke. And the Capitals, remember, coming into the game, just scoring 3 power play goals on their last 47 chances, and a golden opportunity handed to them there to regain at least a 2-goal lead, if not really dominate this entire game. Now the Devils still within great striking distance with the 2-1 Washington lead.
The puck played up the boards, and Langway throws a check on Sundstrom as May goes to get the puck, and he returns it now to the New Jersey end of the ice. Puck cleared out of the zone to center. Sheehy works it loose, brings it back to Kelly Miller. Here's Miller across the line into the corner, and Weinrich hit hard by the Capitals' Rob Murray. Murray behind the net, tied up on the play by Driver. Miller over to get it, slides it back to Murray. Murray and Driver collide, and the puck cleared by Burke up the boards for Shanahan. Now Sheehy keeps it in. Kelly Miller tries to dig it free. Miller in the corner, held by Weinrich, tries to center the puck, and the Devils grab it. They start back. Lead pass to center ice. John McLean across the blue line, tries to get around Sheehy, or rather around Johansson, and Johansson ties him up. Now Berglund comes back for Washington. There's Berglund to the blue line. Carries it into the Devils zone to John Tucker. Tucker on his backhand, can't get it centered. Chases behind the net. Tucker off the side of the net. Waits for a pass. It's cleared to the point. Shanahan sends it out of the zone to center. Calle Johansson puts it right back inside the New Jersey end of the rink. A hit by Joyce on Fetisov. The puck cleared out of the zone to center. Kevin Hatcher is back to get it. Hatcher to Berglund on the right wing. Now back into the New Jersey zone. Stastny along the sideboards. Courtnall steals from him. Chased by Kasatonov. Courtnall works it right out front. Here's a shot by Stevens, blocked by Fetisov to the corner. Now Hunter to take it. And McLean clears to the blue line. Now out to center ice. Stastny chopped by Courtnall on the play. Caps recover with the puck. Hatcher across the blue line. Walking in. Wrist shot between the pads of Burke. But he is able to keep them together enough to stop the play. Capitals leading 2-1 here early in the second period.
To the good life.
To live the good life, you have to pay the price. Today, the average new car costs over $15,000. But relax. There's a motor oil that can protect your investment under extreme conditions when conventional oils won't. Mobil One. Isn't your car worth the extra protection?
To the good life.
Jeff Courtnall forced a turnover. Peter Stastny giving it up. Hatcher jumping into the play, putting that shot right between the pads of Sean Burke, but he squeezed it enough, forcing this face-off to his left. Pavanka is out there. Ciccarelli is out there, but instead of Mike Ridley, it's Kelly Miller, with Pavanka now moving to center. So Mike Ridley is on the bench, but he is not out there with his usual line mates.
Kelly Miller tied up by Pat Conacher in the corner. Pavanka tries to dig the puck away from the baseboard, and now David Maley comes out with it to center ice. Here's Maley for New Jersey. Taken away by Stevens at the blue line. Long lead pass for Kelly Miller. Off his stick into the corner. Miller run into the corner boards by Belichick. Here's Conacher to start back for the Devils. He's bumped by Pavanka. And now Maley starts to center ice. Maley into the Washington zone. Stops at the blue line. Pavanka works it free. Sent back to the point by Rouse. Belichick's drive is wide of the net. Now here's Kelly Miller to start back. Miller chased at the blue line, tries the lead for Pavanka, but the play is offside, so we'll have a face-off out in the neutral zone. A shot and a goal! Kelly Miller!
There is no substitute for extra effort. For the Caps, extra effort means solid results. And solid results are yours at Northern Virginia's Solid Savings Bank, Providence Savings. Providence offers free checking, ATMs that pay you, 6 different CDs, 5 money market plans, and over 40 home and construction loans. That's extra effort in banking. Providence Savings has 10 offices. Stop in today and let their extra effort give you a solid financial future. Providence Savings, your solid choice.
Well, Randy Belichick hit has taken Mike Ridley for the game for the most part at this point, and there's another hit that looked like it could have cost the Caps.
Zone. Langway's back for it. Here's Rod Langway. Up the boards on the right wing now to Berglund. Berglund cuts to center ice, checked by Sundstrom, and now Shanahan takes over for the Devils. He's tied up by Kevin Hatcher. The puck cleared back into the Washington zone. Tim Berglund back to play it. He's bumped on the boards, and now Tucker clearing to the blue line, but not out. Shanahan keeps it in. Back is Rod Langway to the blue line. Kept in there by Bruce Driver. Shanahan a wrist shot. That's wide of the Washington net. Now Driver into the corner. Chased by Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher backhands and sends it all the way down the ice, back inside the New Jersey zone. Neither team has anybody in the penalty boxes. Here comes Kirk Muller down the left wing side. Muller into the corner, bumped by Sheehy. The centering pass comes all the way out of the zone, back to center ice. Driver. Taken away by Courtnall. Long slap shot. It gave Burke some trouble, but he responds in good fashion, able to cover up and stop play. And now the mishmash in behind the goal starts again with more players pushing and shoving, but the linesmen seem to have it all sorted out.
Well, be sure to be with WDCA TV 20 on Saturday night for Game 2 of this series, as the Capitals are right back here at the Meadowlands taking on the Devils live at 7:30 p.m. See all the action here on WDCA TV 20. Well, I'm glad to see the Capitals coming out and at least continuing to test Sean Burke on that 5-minute power play, Mike. They only got 5 shots on goal. They've tried to get a little more pressure in here on Sean Burke, and it's going to be an interesting situation to see if that next goal really becomes the key to this hockey game.
Here's Fetisov playing it up the boards now for New Jersey. Tied up on the play by Dale Hunter. The puck thrown in behind the net. And over to Alan May. May a wrist shot. Burke keeps that going back into the corner now and is chased by Hunter. The Devils' Kasatonov has the puck. He starts out to Stastny. Peter Stastny out to center ice. In across the Washington blue line. Drop pass for Muller. Hook check to the corner by Jeff Courtnall. Courtnall trying to clear it out. Gets it ahead to May. And Alan May clears all the way down the ice, back inside the New Jersey zone. Kaprizov up to center. Bob Brook back into the Washington zone. Stevens in behind the net. Checked by David Maley. Played up the boards. Kasatonov keeps it in. His wrist shot blocked by Stevens. Out come the Capitals. May to center ice for Pavanka. He's across the blue line with Kelly Miller. Pavanka wrist shot blocked in front of the net. Rebound held up on the side of the goal. And now May gets shoved out of there. And now Maley gives Alan May a shot. May wants to know why he's getting a penalty, but there'll be penalties to both teams. Looks like Maley and May being sent off the ice by Dennis Morel, and Alan May is not happy about him taking a penalty. There won't be any power play, but each team sends one man off the ice.
Everyone knows about my expansive vocabulary and the delineations I take with language. I went to electrocution school. So when I say the wrong thing at the right time, it's funny, but only because I'm in control. But if you're drinking and you start talking like me, then it's a good inclination that you're not in control. And that's... Drinking is as easy as knowing when to say the right thing at the right time. To know when to say when. And hey, even I could say that.
A reminder from Budweiser.
Well, even though the original battle was between Kasatonov and May, with Maley jumping in there to protect his Soviet teammate, Dennis Morel says, well, we got to even things out, so it becomes May and Maley. You know, right here, that's the tail end of it. And high sticking becomes the calls, even though it looks like punches were being thrown. 7:21 the time of the calls.
Buffalo leading Montreal 2-1 now. Kennedy and Vive for the Sabres. Skrudland has the Montreal score. And a 2-1 story for the Rangers over the Islanders. Janssens and Nichols for New York Rangers. Trottier for the Islanders. Mike Richter has stopped, we are told, a Randy Wood penalty shot in that game. Here's Dino Ciccarelli. Throwing it to the side of the Devils' net. Ciccarelli pulled from behind by Sundstrom. Sundstrom still with the puck. Now Tucker is able to steal. Doug Brown takes it back for New Jersey. Clears it out of the zone to center ice. Scott Stevens back after it. Has it taken away. 2-on-1. Doug Brown in with Conacher. A pass, a shot, and a goal. The Devils have tied the game at 2.
And the Capitals really furious, arguing at Dennis Morel that they were held up by Danico. But when Scott Stevens loses his balance there, the Devils run a perfect 2-on-1. They do get the final commitment when the defenseman swings over there. Perfect shot by Conacher and a big boost, and the Capitals are furious, saying that Danico was holding people up on the play. Brown comes out, finds Conacher, and with Rouse the only man back, that high flipping shot beating Mike Liut. This game is tied up.
Time of the goal, 8:02 in the second period. Pat Conacher gets the goal. Doug Brown with an assist. Here's a slap shot left side and a goal for Washington. The Caps come right back off the faceoff, and a sizzling blast from the left wing eludes goaltender Sean Burke. The Caps are back in the lead at 3-2.
Half the crowd doesn't even know it, Mike. They're still buzzing about the Conacher goal, but the Caps win the draw. Busting down on the wing is Dale Hunter. Perfect angle for it. And again, a long slap shot, much like the Dino Ciccarelli drive, but this time from the left wing side, eludes Sean Burke. You see how it's flipping and knuckleballing a bit, and what a play by a veteran. Dale Hunter giving the Capitals another lead, and the Caps are going to get a penalty, are going to get a power play, and maybe another 5-minute major, because Courtnall looks like he's been injured by the Weinrich call. Well, the Caps should have a power play coming out of it when we return, and they lead it 3-2.
Today's a special day for Amy. She's meeting a new friend at school.
Your school is #1.
And she's pretty excited about it.
So we've always supported education.
Amy and her classmates worked very hard for this day.
Okay, you ready?
By collecting blue register tapes, she helped her school earn their first free Apple computer from Giant Food.
Hi, Amy.
Today is special for Amy, because today, she made a new friend.
Well, for the second time tonight, a high sticking call has claimed the New Jersey Devil. This is Eric Weinrich now to join John Morris, and the Capitals once again will have a 5-minute major to work with. Weinrich, high sticking Jeff Courtnall, the injury and the cut there to Courtnall. Dennis Morrell decides that is going to get Weinrich gone from the game, and the Capitals having everything handed their way in terms of the penalties for the most part in this game. Well, the one way to guarantee yourself the best seats for the Stanley Cup playoffs, all those home games in the Capitol Center, is to put down a deposit on a season ticket or a partial plan for next year. Capitol sales reps are standing by now to answer any of your questions. Give them a call at 386-7080.
To update you once again on the scoring, Conacher for New Jersey from Doug Brown at 8:02, and then Dale Hunter of Washington from Kevin Hatcher at 8:12. Just 10 seconds after Conacher had scored, Hunter puts Washington back in the lead. And now Weinrich sent off the ice with a high sticking penalty, a major call, plus a game misconduct at 8:21. So Washington has a 5-minute power play, their second of the game. Here's Kevin Hatcher. Over to Cicerelli. Now Stevens, a slap shot. That's wide. He was looking for one of his teammates at the side of the net. Cicerelli chases it back out to center ice. Right side pass for Courtnall. He goes to Cicerelli across the blue line. Dino Cicerelli back to the blue line. Here's Kevin Hatcher faking, firing, and it's blocked by Brown, and the Devils come back on the attack. Brown to center. Now lugs it back into the Washington zone, and Hunter will go back and get it after Liut stops behind the goal. Courtnall charging inside the New Jersey zone. Burke plays it up the boards. Back to the point. It gets off Stevens' stick. Comes back inside the Washington zone. Scott Stevens. Long lead pass out to center ice. Tucker back to take it. Over to Stevens. Leads it ahead to center, and Fetisov backtracks into his own zone. Off the boards to center. Stevens has it there. Johansson to Courtnall. Across the line. Chased by McLean. Cleared to the point, but Tucker keeps it in. Back to Bob Joyce. Joyce on the power play. To the blue line. Over to Stevens. Johansson, a high one-timer off the glass. Chased now by Scott Stevens. Back into the corner for Joyce. Centering to Courtnall. Bounces off his skate. And right across the goal mouth. Cleared to the point. Courtnall keeps it in. And McLean turns and fires it all the way down. The Devils have killed almost 2 minutes from the Washington 5-minute power play. Calle Johansson. Up to Hatcher. Drives it in. Cicerelli back to take it. Cleared off the skates of Johansson. He keeps it in play. Hatcher chases the puck. Rink wide it goes, and now Pavanka into the corner. Back to Cicerelli. Behind the net. John Druce. Held up by Bob Brooks' stick. And now Muller backhands it all the way down. Kevin Hatcher. Out at center ice. Right side for Pavanka. Taken away by Conacher, but recovered. Hatcher to the blue line. Right side, Cicerelli. Looks to pass, now carries it behind the net. Centers it, a shot, and a goal! The Capitals score on the power play. Now it's 4-2 Washington.
And this Devil crowd upset that looked like the Capitals were offside with Kevin Hatcher's stick handling at that blue line. We can get a replay that goes all the way back to the blue line and the Capitals entering the zone, but John Druce down in front of the net. Watch as he gets taken out of the play. It appears he gets off his skates, but is able to bat it through the legs of Sean Burke for a power play goal with 2:18 left in the major. It sure looks like Bob Brook had done the job. He'd gotten his man off his skates, seemingly out of the play, but John Druce with a terrific play while on his stomach. But if we can get a replay of the Capitals entering the zone, the New Jersey bench, some of the players, and certainly this crowd, claiming that the Capitals were offside. But no call comes, and a big goal follows. A 4-2 lead for the Capitals, and they still have got 2:10 now left with the extra man.
Pavanka and Cicerelli get the assists at 11:01 on the goal by John Druce on the power play. Here's Kelly Miller back in his own zone to start out now for Washington. Brings it ahead to center ice across the blue line. Drop pass for Hunter and cleared by Conacher. Up ahead to Doug Brown. He has to go wide, and that is going to cost him in terms of a breakaway attempt, but Stevens stays right on him, and Liut makes the save. Actually, Brown had a pretty good scoring chance after all out of that. But Liut and Stevens combined to stop him.
Well, this is where you start to wonder if the shoulder of Scott Stevens is bothering him a bit, because when Brown did have to go wide, it looked like Scott had a possibility of getting in there and really running him off the play. Conacher just flipping it out of the zone. Now it looks like Brown's going to get to it a little earlier, but that bouncing puck kind of slides on him, and he's got to go wide with it. But here's where Scott joins up the battle, and you see how Scott tries to stick check him instead of body check him. And that flip shot in there is a quality chance shorthanded for Doug Brown. I mean, you can understand how Scott Stevens has got to remain healthy, but you just have to wonder about his overall strength in that left arm. And the day off, certainly tomorrow, has got to help the situation. And you also have to wonder about the overall health of Mike Ridley. Even though he's on the Capitals bench, we have yet to see him on this power play. And we did see Mike Ridley at least get some specialty team work in his first couple games back after that injury.
Pavanka to Cicerelli, back to the point. Scott Stevens a drive off a stick. Now it's in the corner. Cicerelli back again to the blue line. Here's Stevens, right side Hatcher. Hatcher crisscrosses to Cicerelli, a shot, save, Burke, rebound. Pavanka digs at it, and it's still loose. And finally it's played back to the point for Hatcher. Kevin Hatcher over now to Stevens. Wrist shot blocked. Off a stick. Taken away now by McLean, and he backhands off the glass and all the way down the ice.
50 seconds left to go on this Capital power play and man advantage. Mike Liut now trying to find somebody to give the puck to.
Goes to Stevens. He's in behind the net. Up the boards for Courtnall. Courtnall out of the zone to center ice, and Kevin Hatcher climbs to the blue line of New Jersey. He's across the line. Checked by Stastny, and the puck cleared out of the zone. A race for it now. Kirk Muller in with Scott Stevens. Stevens again with a stick check to steal, and starts out to Johansson on the left wing. Right side pass off Courtnall's skate, taken over by Kasatonov. He goes back to Kirk Muller. Here's Muller into the corner. Back to the point. Walking in Fetisov. Oh, and his drive hit the shoulder of Liut. And Liut came up with a save. Now cleared back to the point again. Kasatonov. He shoots. That's deflected. Off the glass. Taken behind the net. A centering pass. Muller tucking it right in front, but Mike Liut is there and covers it up to stop play with 6:41 to go here in the second period. You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on DC20.
The 1990 Toyota Celica. Look at it. Listen to it. Feel it. The all-new Toyota Celica. You'll love what it does to all your senses.
Fetisov's ability to trail the play. Once again, a good, hard shot, and Mike Liut just gets the body on it. That was shorthanded.
Now we have a Devil player knocked to the ice, and they're going to be looking at David Maley here, I think, to see if there's any injury. As Maley was knocked down right off the faceoff. So far, Dennis Morel has not gone up to have a look. He's just shaking his head no. But the linesmen are standing near Maley. I think that's to keep Maley from getting into any further trouble. It's, something happened to him out right off that faceoff.
Tied up with Rob Murray. I think it's just the butt end of Murray's stick, the very top part of Rob Murray's stick when he came off that face-off. You know how Rob Murray gets down so far, and it looked like that stick may have caught him up in that area. I guess Maley, why not taking the chance, too? Hey, everything else has been called. Try and buy one for your side now, thinking that, and I would have to agree with his thinking, that anything that gets up from a Capital that causes even just a little irritation of razor burn to the face of a New Jersey Devil should certainly get a 5-minute major.
You know, it's to the point now where the linesmen almost have to have a medical report to know who already has injuries, especially about the face and head. And here in a situation like this where you've got Brad Lazarowicz and Swede Knox, most of those guys work mostly out-of-town games out west. So when they're in a different conference, they're not going to be as up-to-date on any injuries that might have already occurred to some of these players. And many times the officials feel the players try to reopen old wounds just to get the penalties called.
They're trying to open some new wounds. Troy Crowder, Rob Murray. Rob Murray quickly stepping in between Crowder and Rod Langway. And now it looks like Neil Sheehy possibly heading over to the penalty box along with Huscroft of the New Jersey Devils. All things considered, it's been a relatively calm second period, but still got plenty of time left with 6:23 remaining. I'm wondering if this is not the misconduct territory now with Sheehy and Huscroft. Sheehy still joined with Huscroft. Here's the original battle. You'll see Crowder coming in there with Rod Langway, the good solid pop. And then with Rob Murray down, Rod Langway comes back. You see that stick of Crowder coming up. Rob Murray quickly jumping in there. Well, this will be unsportsmanlike conduct penalties with Sheehy and Huscroft.
Both teams are at full strength. Capitals leading 4-2, 6:23 to go, second period. Caps have outshot the Devils 17-11 for the game.
Jamie Huscroft at 13:37.
At the New Jersey blue line, John Tucker leans in with his stick, knocks it away from Crowder. Troy Crowder out of the zone, and Tucker pokes it ahead now. Bob Joyce hit on the right wing corner. Joyce hangs on along the sideboards, finally gets a whistle, calling for a face-off in the New Jersey zone as he held on to Bruce Driver.
Well, we thought we may see Stephen Leach. He was out there for warm-ups, but Leach is not in the lineup. Bob Joyce is, and last time Bob Joyce faced these New Jersey Devils was as a member of the Boston Bruins. He was responsible or helping the Bruins end that run that the Devils had in 1988. Bob Joyce had 4 goals in the 7 games he played against the Devils while a member of the Boston Bruins. Mike Ridley has not moved from that spot. Yes, Terry Murray being very conservative, very sure of the fact that he doesn't need Ridley. If the Capitals maintain their lead, you're not going to need Mike Ridley. So give him the time off, give him tomorrow off, and see if you can get him as close to healthy as possible for Game 2 on Saturday night.
Bob Rouse in from the right point. His shot blocked, and the Devils come back. Here's McLean ahead to center. Poked loose by Scott Stevens, and up the boards, Fetisov at the blue line gives to Brendan Shanahan. Here comes Shanahan into the Washington zone. Kelly Miller over to Pavanka, and out to center. Stevens chasing after it. Taken away now by Sundstrom. Inside the Washington zone to the corner. Doug Brown centering. And Liut bats it away with his goal stick. Now Stevens has the puck, but we've got a hooking penalty coming. Liut had been bumped right in front of the net, and there was some stick work afterwards. I think this is going to be a Washington penalty. Kelly Miller headed off the ice.
You could win one of 1,990 prizes in Trustworthy's No Problem Sweepstakes. Register and save during our biggest spring problem solver sale ever. Keep your lawn and garden equipment sharp with fast-cutting Nicholson files. Cut the effort of cutting metal and other materials by half with Wiss Metal Master snips. For a moving experience, get 2-inch dual-wheel furniture casters from Faultless.
We're the problem solvers.
Well, the New Jersey Devils will have their first power play of the period, and actually their first power play since the last time Kelly Miller was off for a holding call at 15:38 of the first period. This comes at 14:43, and it's for hooking.
Kevin Hatcher recovers from the faceoff and starts out to center ice. Hatcher kicks it across the Devils line and back to chase it is Peter Stastny. Skates ahead to center. Drop pass for Kasatonov. Between the skates of McLean and grabbed by Langway of Washington. Off the boards, right side. Here's Hatcher ahead to Rob Murray to the point. Fetisov keeps it in. The Devils have control. Muller bumped in the corner by Langway. Now Stastny back to McLean. Over to the right point. Fetisov to Kasatonov. Now Muller in the corner. Hatcher's right in there after him. Stastny has room. To the side of the net, Liut makes a block. It's cleared to the point by Hatcher. Kasatonov keeps it in. Slap shot blocked by Rob Murray. Good play as Murray slid out to block that drive from Fetisov. Kasatonov beats Stastny. He's in and taken away by the combination of Hatcher and Langway. And the puck cleared all the way down now by Michael Pavanka. Miller's hooking call at 14:43. Still 40 seconds to go on it. Here's Muller across the line. Stevens hooks him. Druce is in to tie up. Now the puck loose along the baseboard and behind the net. Patrick Sundstrom checked by Rouse. And it bounces out of the zone. Druce into forecheck now as Burke plays the puck and throws it behind the net. Up to Doug Brown on the left wing. He's hit by Pavanka. Driver has it now for New Jersey. Bruce Driver, right side. Sundstrom across the blue line. Back to the point. High slap shot off the glass. Shanahan centers, scooped up by Liut. Mike Liut hangs on with 3:20 to go in the period. Only 2 seconds left in the Kelly Miller penalty.
Well, the Caps did a great job so far on this penalty kill, keeping the Devils wide, not letting them get anything diagonal, not letting them get anything in the slot, and Liut taking no chances on that Shanahan centering pass. Brendan Shanahan, a very dangerous man, led the team with 21 power play points. Shanahan certainly coming on this year, and this is a big period for Mike Liut. He had the 2 goals against him have been with guys all alone in front on little kind of flip shots up and in the net. Other than that, he has been strong on the other 10 Devil shots that he has faced. The Devils now with just 2 seconds remaining on their extra man. See if the Capitals can keep an eye if Kelly Miller can bust out of the penalty box and get some sort of chance.
Dave Andreychuk has scored for Buffalo. They now lead Montreal 3-1 in the second period.
Well, Kevin Hatcher tried to find him. Kevin Hatcher looking up and tried to send it up along the boards, but got a little too far inside and flipped it in to the New Jersey penalty box.
Hartford surprising Boston tonight, Al. 4-1 the score. Cam Neely with the only Bruin goal. Scott Young and Randy Ladouceur have scored in the second period for the Whalers.
Well, you know, you've got a good road team in Hartford, a team that has been living for the chance to meet the Boston Bruins. Everything has been geared to trying to take care of Boston, and again, you got so many situations where the favorite team in those first games feeling the pressure, the underdog coming in very loose and an early goal.
Kevin Hatcher chased by Maley in the corner. Now Conacher is back to get the puck. Tucker's on him. Langway in behind the goal. Bumped by Troy Crowder. Crowder comes out with a puck, centers, and it just missed. Conacher now goes all the way out to center ice. Danico. Back to David Maley. Maley up the left wing boards for Conacher. That pass across 2 lines from back in the Jersey zone. Offside.
Well, the Capitals come back for their 2 home playoff games on Monday night and on Wednesday night. Both of them at 7:35 p.m. Those are playoff games A and B, and tickets are on sale right now. The number of good seats left. Hex Ticket Centers and the usual outlets, or just pick up the phone. Call phone charge at 432-0200 as operators are on duty until 10 p.m. tonight.
Hours, become a part of the decade of the Devils.
Well, Kasatonov McLean with Driver. Remember, Driver had been paired up with Eric Weinrich, so Kasatonov right now doing a little double shifting, and without John Morris out there, he's also been lost for the night. There's been some other double shifting from the center ice crew of the New Jersey Devils. Conacher, who can play center, started the evening on right wing. He's been getting a little extra time out there as well. John Cunniff has had to cover up for his two players that have been ejected for the high stick calls.
Burke leaves it behind the net now for Kasatonov. 2.5 minutes to play here in the second period. Caps in the charge in this game, 4-2. Driver bumps Kelly Miller with a high stick. Miller trying to hold it up now along the boards and digs for it from the skates of Stastny. Finally, the whistle blows and play is stopped.
Well, here you see the battle. Now watch Driver's stick blade come up right there. Again, that's why you wear those plexiglass face shields. That could have been a serious injury. That stick coming down like that. Kelly Miller, one of the Capital players with that face guard on.
It'll be Sundstrom out there now for the Devils with Shanahan on the left. Belichick back on the blue line with Fetisov. John McLean is over on right wing. Washington has Kelly Miller, Dino Ciccarelli, Michael Pavanka, Scott Stevens, and Bob Rouse. Rouse lugs it back into the Devil zone. And Fetisov, a lead pass ahead for Sundstrom. He skates across the line. Stevens with a poke check to steal. Scott Stevens to Dino Ciccarelli. Here's Ciccarelli inside the New Jersey line. Right side for Bob Rouse. Rouse tries to center, but McLean pokes it free. A rebound off a centering pass right in front, covered by Burke after Pavanka sent a low shot right into the pads of the New Jersey goalie.
Well, that could have put this hockey game away. A late goal in the second period, a 3-goal lead it would have given the Capitals. And Sean Burke has looked sharp in the later stages of each period. Burke had a little trouble with that Hunter shot, that power play goal that gets through him. But here, when the game really is hanging on the line, Capitals come up with a quality scoring opportunity. That centering pass, but watch how quickly it gets back. Rouse sending it in front. I don't know if Sean Burke even knew that shot was coming, but the quick reactions, and Pavanka did try and beat him between the pads.
Burke scoops another one up, now makes the play. And Conacher tied up, but Maley sends it out to Belichick. Belichick dumps it back inside the Washington zone, and here's Liut up the boards right to Conacher, and Tucker's right on him. Out come the Capitals again. Bob Joyce to center, drives it back inside the New Jersey zone, and Berglund to the corner after it. 1:20 to go here in the second period. Fetisov to center ice. Brown back into the corner, and here's Hatcher for Washington. Sends it ahead for Berglund. Tim Berglund out to center ice. Right back to the Washington line. Conacher's in. He's onside. Hatcher, great job to take him out. Great play by Kevin Hatcher. Took no penalty, but took his man. Now here's Kasatonov, the New Jersey zone. Left side to Driver. Back to Kasatonov. All the way ahead now for Stastny. We're in the final minute of play in the second period. Driver backs it up now to his own line. Leads it ahead for Kirk Muller. Knocked down by Scott Stevens. Stastny with the puck. Floats a pass over now to Driver. Bruce Driver fires, and Liut with a stick save. And the rebound cleared by Scott Stevens, who backhands it all the way into the New Jersey zone. Burke plays it up the boards to Muller. Now to Driver. Left side for Brook. Hooked by John Druce. Driver, a hard shot. And that's stopped by Liut with 11 seconds to go in the second period.
Well, what an unbelievable play Kevin Hatcher made. And this guy has got to be dog-tired right now. He has been out there for an extensive part of the latter stages of this second period. And he was starting up ice. The Devils quickly turned it around. And what an unbelievable play on Conacher. Watch how he gets around on Conacher's stick side. Conacher's got the left-handed shot. Hatcher with that right-handed shot of his own. So he's got to make that play to come around the body of Conacher and get in the way of Conacher's stick. Won't let him load up. And then John Druce coming back to help out, and just a sensational defensive individual play by Kevin Hatcher.
Face-off here in the Washington zone. Caps win it. The draw goes to the backboard, and Langway sends it off the corner. Out of the zone to center ice. Fetisov back to take it. Time running out in the period. Fetisov drives it into the Washington end, but it's caught by Liut right at the horn. And there's the end of 40 minutes of play here at the Brendan Byrne Arena at the Meadowlands. Shots on goal, even at 8 shots for both the Washington Capitals and the New Jersey Devils. The Caps with goals by Hunter and Druce. Druce on the power play. And then Conacher for New Jersey. And the Caps lead 4-2 over the Devils.